This is a story of summer. Before was spring with its abundance of blossoming flowers. A bumblebee explores a sunflower and feeds on its nectar. The plan it follows is perfectly ordered. For this, it relies on the help of the little disc flowers that are on the inside of the head of the sunflower. These flowers mature in groups, starting with the circle of flowers on the edge, which is where the bumblebee is exploring now. The rest of the flowers remain closed and will progressively open up to the centre circle, as the images will show. In this way, both the plant and the animal benefit. The sunflower ensures the fertilisation of the majority of its flowers. The bumblebee, by thoroughly exploring lots of flowers, can enjoy a large part of the nectar and pollen that the plant produces. Other species of bee visit the sunflowers and explore them in the same way. Honeybees also visit these flowers. Some species of honeybee display a high amount of activity on the sunflower. They fly close to the flowers to discover the zones most abundant in pollen and settle themselves there. On settling, they quickly move throughout the petals and accumulate the yellowy pollen under their abdomen. Other species are prepared to store the pollen on their hind legs and transport it, forming big ball-shaped baskets. And there are others that look for nectar, but take things a bit more calmly. The search for food varies depending on the species. In order to obtain the nectar, some species of honeybee have to negotiate the plant's petals and, at the same time, store the pollen on their hind legs. On one single flower, there can be a variety of different species of insects. In this case, whilst the honeybee moves nervously and quickly, the hoverfly calmly feeds on pollen at the edge of the flower. The same honeybee atop another flower, this time with a cricket. The cricket takes advantage by, with its front legs, gathering and eating some of the pollen that has accumulated on the body of the honeybee. Some honeybees are very intelligent, like this one sat on a chicory flower. It is capable of grasping all of the stamens at the same time, taking a large proportion of the pollen that is produced. Not far from there, a bumblebee makes an effort to get the nectar from the flowers of a blackberry shrub. Some bugs sit on the flowers without any urgency and feed on the sweet nectar. The flowers of a blackberry shrub produce as much nectar as pollen and attract many insects. There is an abundance of pollen and the honeybee set aside plenty of time for its collection. We can also find other insects on the flowers of the shrub. Here, there are moths and some beetles. On this occasion, an oregano plant has attracted some butterflies. When the wind blows, the butterflies find it more difficult to access the nectar. Many of the different species of insects that land on and feed from these flowers also contribute to the pollination of the plants. On a small slope, we discover the place where some of our protagonists live. Meanwhile, on the flowers, the activity continues. Though some animals take the opportunity to rest and have a nap. A new day dawns. A bumblebee has spent the night on a sunflower. Its body is cold and its movements are slow. It moves onto the higher petals in order to receive the sun's rays to warm itself up. Once again, without realizing, it will resume its activity as a pollinator and contribute to the preservation of life.